Public Enemy and Fight the Power, the founding member Flava Flav lost a political fight with the rest of the group. He's out after 35 years. He sent a cease and desist letter slamming presidential candidate Bernie Sanders and Public Enemy's co-founder Chuck D, who appeared last night at a Sanders rally in California. He claims that Bernie Sanders used Public Enemy's name for endorsement that he did not sign off on, and wrote that Chuck D has a right to his own political views, but that he doesn't speak for the group Public Enemy. Well, the rally went on as scheduled.
A group which has spoken truth to power for decades. Please welcome Public Enemy Radio.
Okay, Public Enemy's members have been involved in legal disputes with each other dating back about 3 years.
I didn't have this video planned, but this is a video I had to I couldn't ignore this particular story because I, just like the rest of you guys, grew up with Public Enemy. 911 is a joke, Black Steel in an Hour of Chaos, you know, S1Ws, Terminator X, To the Edge of Panic. I mean, this is my shit. If you're from the golden era of rap, you've seen this. Now, Bernie Sanders' rally, in my honest opinion, had literally nothing to do with Flava Flav being kicked out of the group. Keep that in mind. I'm going to go down to a quick statement that Chuck D made on Twitter. Not this one. Let's go to right here. Last final note. The last final note was my last straw long ago. It's not about Bernie with Flav. He don't know the difference between Barry Sanders and Bernie Sanders. He don't know either. Flav refused to support Sankofa. And after Harry Belafonte inducted us, which he's talking about in this particular statement is that Harry Belafonte inducted, along with Spike Lee, Public Enemy into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I guess, the elder must have wanted Flava Flav to endorse or support the group Sankofa, which is Harry Belafonte's philanthropic group, an organization that helps artists and performers get their name out and support their creative talent. And Flav, unfortunately, I'm sorry, y'all, Flav just ain't that type of guy. He is I guess a certified coon, if there's any way I can put it. Flava Flav has always been, forever, ever since Fight the Power came out, has always been a thorn in Public Enemy's ass because of the egos, the drugs, coming to their group late, and telling everybody he is, but there's no Public Enemy without Flava Flav. Every group always got that one member. If you grew up with the medallion, like I had the little leather medallion with the African symbol on, I had the little flat top and shit. I've seen Poor Righteous Teachers. Okay, I've seen the rapper Paris. I've seen Leaders of the New School, all these conscious rap groups, the X-Clan and all of that. Those groups had a cohesive, even Diggable Planets. They were more like that bebop jazz type of thing. But a group like Public Enemy, as crazy as what I'm about to say sounds and is that Flav unfortunately brought Public Enemy to the forefront. He made them larger than life. I give Flava Flav that. Unfortunately, though, when a group is speaking about revolution, you kind of can have a dancing coon on the stage. It kind of like almost defeats the purpose of your message. It kind of misconstrues it because on one half, you have a certain crowd that's looking for the message. Then you got the other crowd that's looking for Flav to be dancing around with a bucket of chicken, a fucking Viking hat, a big ass clock saying, yeah, boy, 911 is a joke. And of course, when I was 19 years old, I wanted to see the same thing. Now that I'm a 45-year-old grown man and have seen all the trouble that Flava has caused these dudes, I kind of understand where Chuck D is coming from. Okay, you had a group of guys, and mind you, I study bands, rock bands, and groups in general. You're gonna always have that one nigga in a group. From B2K to Omarion and shit, bro, and the 5 Heartbeats or whatever that shit was, you're gonna always have that one ignorant motherfucker in the group that shows up late. He think he the baddest person in the group. You know what I'm saying? There's always that one guy. Okay, it happens in the conscious community all the time. You see Umar, Tariq, and you know what I'm saying, Boyce Watkins, and all these other guys with all these big names. And I'm sorry, they're not part of a group, but the analogy is all the same. Okay, you think that these guys are revolutionaries. That's the message that they're conveying. But at the end of the day, these men are celebrities. They're rock stars. They party like rock stars. They live like rock stars. Okay, and from Flav being on crack, cursing people out, stealing, losing money, the flavor of love, and Chuck like, dog, I mean, I know you need your money. You got all these kids, you got all these grandkids. You got to make your money. You got to eat. And like Chuck D said, Flava Flav is willing to dance for his money. And I remember that video when I think Dave Chappelle or Chris Rock was asking Flava Flav, why would you let VH1 hang you from a ceiling, bruh? Like a flying monkey. And he was like, shit, nigga, they gave me $2 million, boy. So, I mean, I guess that's just, you know, I don't know where to go with this, bro. At the end of the day, I agree with Chuck, bro. I mean, the guy Chuck D owns the right to Public Enemy. And at the end of the day, if you used to close your eyes and ask any young person today who is Public Enemy, they only know Chuck D and Flav. And they only kind of like, you know, Flavor over Chuck D because the young crowd, they are drawn to the coonery, to the, you know, the court gesture, you know, the skipping around and pulling the pants off and, you know, the grill and all that kind of shit. And Chuck is more of the grounded member of the group, okay? But all those personalities are gonna clash. And I'm gonna tell you one thing, bro. I'm surprised that after 35 years, these dudes ain't killed each other yet. After the, you know, the stories that Chuck told on the Combat Jack show, may he rest in peace. Combat Jack, I mean. So I mean, it was a long time coming, bro. The group, I don't know who are the active members of Public Enemy now, and I did see them perform at Jazz Fest in New Orleans, and I remember at Jazz Fest they couldn't say the phrase "motherfuck him" and John Wayne, so Flava Flav was like "blam blam blam" and John Wayne or something like that. Like he made like sound effect like "buck buck buck" and John Wayne. So you know, it's just one of them things where unfortunately, what happened with Public Enemy is that Flava Flav is such a cohesive member of the group, of all of the lyrics, with 911 as a joke, and especially Fight the Power. It don't look right, the optics of Public Enemy performing with a whole new different type of hype man outside of Flava Flav. That's what fucked them up. Okay, the Wu-Tang Clan kind of sort of got the same issue. Now that Old Dirty Bastard is gone, it's kind of weird to see them perform without ODB. You follow me? So, you know, it's sad, bro. To see that this is, you know, one of our golden era groups ended up being with all these legal battles and shit, but all in a turmoil when you have so many people that was looking forward to the message that these guys conveyed. And at the end of the day, behind the scenes, they're all just basic businessmen. And Chuck D made the right decision.